Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, heavyweight champion of the world, and you're watching Real Fans, Real Talk.
Face facts, what up, what up?
Real Fans, RealTalk.com. Where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom. For the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro, Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. Real Fans, RealTalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log onto the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell him Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter, tuning in should be the only thing on your agenda. Certified cosign, you know what I'm about, son. Real Fans, RealTalk.com. I'm out one. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, RealTalk.com. Real Fans, RealTalk.com. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, Real Talk. Real Fans, RealTalk.com. Real Fans, RealTalk.com.
What's going on? Welcome to another live episode of Real Fans, Real Talk. Oh man, it was a great week. Balling for Peace was a huge success. And of course, the talk of the town was the first ever dunk contest that went down at Balling for Peace out in Queens. Shout out to Maxwell Pierce, who took that home with one of the craziest between the legs, over the shoulders alley-oop off Grimson's head, off the arches.
And he had a crazy dunk in the game too. He had like about two crazy joints in the game.
He definitely did. We're gonna get to those highlights in a minute. But before we jump into that, let me introduce my co-host, the one and only Mark the Statman Skevich. What's going on, man?
Great to be back on another live episode of Real Fans, Real Talk. I got the Yankee colors representing the Yanks, who had a nice game-winning home run earlier with Gary Sanchez. Great to be back. Last week I was a little... I was sick the past week, so I had we like myself and Trip Young. You like to call as a joke OMS, old man syndrome. I'm getting a little bit older, and you know, but it's great to be back on live TV. And without further ado, Mr. Game of Thrones, aka Eric Sanchez, aka Legend of Two Games,
man. First of all, I got to start off the show the right way, man. I got to shout out the fam. Shout out to my cousin Crystal, my niece Dior, and the birthday boy, my nephew Darius. His birthday was yesterday, man. I love you, Poppy. Hope you had a great birthday, man. But it's Thursday, draft,
It is.
basketball, baseball. It's a lot to get into, man.
It is. I mean, should we start with the draft? Because we're gonna be popping in and out with the draft as the picks come in, and the Giants got number 2, so you know we're gonna stop everything. But
of course.
I was wondering because Baker Mayfield seemed like that's who the Giants wanted, and then you know things changed after the end of the season, and then Baker Mayfield wasn't even on the radar for a top 5 pick, and the latest I'm hearing is he might go number 1 to the Browns. Like, does that make any sense? Like, what do you think?
The situation with Baker Mayfield is crazy because there's some scouts who evaluate him as the best quarterback in the draft and worthy of the number 1 pick. And then there are other scouts who think he could fall into the teens, into 13, 14, which I think is crazy. Yeah. But aside from Saquon Barkley, I think he is the best offensive player in this draft. I really like Baker Mayfield. I like everything he's done at Oklahoma. He's gotten better every year, which is very rare for any college quarterback to get better every season.
Do you think that maybe the scouts out there did a rewind on the archives of Real Fans, Real Talk and heard you say Baker Mayfield, and then the Browns had to change everything?
Listen, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Real Talk says Baker Mayfield. I mean, they got to know something we don't.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it because we've had plenty of conversations, of things that we think are going to happen, and then they just mysteriously happen. So we know you guys are tuning in, y'all watching, y'all trying to steal our ideas on the low, man. Just give us credit. That's what we ask for. Just give us credit.
That's it. Put the tag up there. At least
tag
just
say where you got it from.
On the IG and whatnot, and let the people know. But it's been the word around the campfire now as of like the past week, and it's getting bigger and bigger, is that the Giants will be taking Saquon Barkley with the 2nd overall pick, which is the player that I've been saying I wanted them to pick from the jump. Because I still think, with an offensive line, Eli can give you 3 more years. So right now, but they haven't had a running back, a good running back since maybe Tiki Barber. So, to bring in Saquon Barkley, who is potentially a franchise-changing running back, I think that'll be excellent for the Giants to have a run game to go along with Odell Beckham Jr., Shepard, Ingram. They would have a really potent offense. And again, they brought in Nate Gold.
Nate Soldier from the Patriots. Yep.
From the Patriots. They picked up a couple of other pieces on the offensive line. And then, they have pretty high picks in the second round as well. So they're probably going to add pieces to the offensive line with those 2 second-round draft picks. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Giants get on that board and seeing who they take.
Yeah, I think it has to be Barkley. I think we all agree Barkley is the best player in the draft. I'm not quite in agreement with Eli having 3 years left. But I just think when there's a talent like Barkley on the board, you can't pass it. It doesn't matter whether Eli has 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Barkley is a game changer.
The running game and O-line was their main problem last year and for years, and Barkley is a game changer on the running back position. Some running backs are that good that they could just go around and shake tackles off and, just make magic even without a good offensive line. So
absolutely.
I think he could be one of those guys. But I think the Giants are making improvements on the offensive line as well. And, barring severe injuries like we saw last year where we had about 20 guys go down on the Giants, they should be a contender, even though, of course, our director, Cliff, the Eagles fan, definitely wouldn't, would just hate on that concept. But according to the way the lineup is looking, it looks like the Giants, with the addition of Barkley, and they picked 2, down the road in the draft too. So in the other round, so I'm sure they'll find 1 or 2 promising linemen and some other pieces during that mix. So by the end of the day, the Giants will, one way or another, they're going to be a better team than they were before today. So
absolutely, yeah. Again, it's easy to say, oh, you got to get this or you should get that. You take with that first pick, you take who the best player on the board is. Simple as that. And you fill out the other positions. There are 7 rounds to the draft. You can fill out your O-line, your linebacking core. You can find a quality young quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round to develop over the next few years. Barkley's that special. I think you take him. Now, he's a New York guy. He is the type of guy that, like you said, puts that type of excitement back into the team. When you think about him and Odell Beckham on the same offense.
And it's New York.
Yeah, and the things they can do. And Barkley's not a one-trick pony. He's a guy who can catch the ball out the backfield, too. It's not like you're just looking to hand him the ball.
And that's where the game is now. You have to be able to catch out of the backfield. So, and they were comparing him to Barry Sanders. They said he's going to have the impact that Zeke had for the Cowgirls. So I'm looking forward to it. Cliff is going to be patching us back and forth once the picks are up on the board. So in the meantime, can we talk about my man King James last night and what he did? Can we talk about that?
Cliff, do we have to?
We can't talk about
Cliff, do we really have to? Or we got to
can't talk about my man King James, for 3. Can we talk about it? Come on. I'm gonna have to call Shannon Sharp and get him up here, every time the Cavs win, because he's the only one that knows and understands that excitement that I feel when LeBron makes a shot like that to win the game.
Unless Shannon Sharp is going to help get us a sponsorship with Henny and Swisher Sweets. Shannon, I don't know if Shannon really welcome up here like that. But
he just might, you never know.
It was a great shot. It was a great shot. But I think it's getting a little overstated. Like, the game is tied. If he misses the shot, there's really no pressure in the shot. You go to overtime. Yeah. It's not like a situation where we're down 1, down 2, and it's like if we miss this, we're down 3-2 in this series, and our season could be over.
You know what, though? There is a lot of pressure because I can't trust anybody else on Cleveland right now to make a shot. So there is a lot of pressure for LeBron to make that shot and just finish this thing. I don't want to have to depend on anybody. J.R. Smith was like 0 for a billion last night. Kevin Love hasn't scored more than 20 points in the series. Thank God for my man Kyle Korver, because if it not be for him, I mean,
Calderon hit a couple shots yesterday too.
Who?
Calderon. You saw he was getting a little excited.
But he hit 2 shots. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he hit before yesterday.
We need, at this rate, LeBron's gonna have to start putting up 60 if we can't get the rest of these guys to start scoring. And I know you said it was a tough matchup with the Pacers.
He made it to the finals before years ago with the Cavs many years ago.
I don't know if they were this bad though. This team is like really bad.
Well, no, because
that-
you know what? They have Kevin Love, and I don't think they had anybody on Kevin Love's level
Yeah,
that when they
that's
played
what
the Spurs in the finals. But Kevin Love hasn't been playing
Kevin
like
Love
all-star.
ish.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I mean, he's rebounding pretty well, which is like, all right, we'll take the rebounds. We can take anything you can get at this point, we'll take. But, you know, we need some points from Kevin Love. We're talking about somebody who has the potential to put up 25 a game. But give me 20 at least. You can give me 20, I'll be happy with that. I'm sure LeBron would be, so he don't have to keep putting up these crazy games, burning himself out.
I will say, I give Braun a lot of credit because there were 2 games in this series where he dropped 40. And the Cavs needed every one of those points to win. Like there's what he did in this game last night and what he did in game 2 to tie the series at that point. I mean, if he has just a good night, if he doesn't even have a great night, this series could be over for the Cavs already.
Yeah.
So he's had to have some phenomenal nights just to get them to this point in the series. I give him a lot of credit for that. The shot to me is kind of like there wasn't as much pressure as I think the media is trying to hype it up to be. It was a tie game. Worst case scenario, you go into overtime.
It was just a great shot.
It was a good shot, but at the end of the day, it's a tie
We're not
game.
going to talk about the goaltending.
Oh no! I would thank you,
my bad,
thank you,
my bad,
thank you,
my bad.
Cliff.
First of all,
for the lead-in to the goaltend.
First of all, that's not how the ref called it.
I'm
That's
a
not.
LeBron James fan just like you, but it was goaltending.
That's
It was
not,
a
listen,
goaltend.
That's not how the ref saw it. So
I just don't understand why they didn't even review it.
because they looked at it and it was like they looked at it and thought it was a clean block.
They didn't look at it though. That's the point.
I'm talking about when the play happened, they thought it was a clean block. So,
You telling me a 5'7" referee on the baseline
It is what-
blocked out
listen,
by a bunch of guys that are 6'5" or
he was
taller?
probably mesmerized that LeBron got to the shot like that, and that's probably what deterred him from thinking in that situation.
Let's stop because I already see Statman starting this campaign for the LeBron James Haters Club again.
I mean,
These are the type of comments that lead right back to where we were at a couple months ago.
man.
Even when Jordan was in his prime, I was rooting for the other teams just because
But did
Jordan.
you hate Mike as much as you hated LeBron?
No,
Past tense,
definitely
hated.
not. I had a lot more respect.
I'm surprised
for
because
him
Mike beat up the Knicks more than anybody. So
Yeah,
he
no,
did
I
us-
know, but
He did it with class.
He
He did it with class.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing a water bottle challenge on the sideline.
He was still out there on Space Jam. He was still like the childhood hero type person or something, I guess. Even though I don't know, I was a Knicks fan. I know it makes absolutely no sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
No, I mean everybody did.
It's like
did
Gretzky. I
MJ.
wasn't he didn't play for the Rangers until the latter part of his career, but I
Yeah.
was still a fan of his when he was on the Kings, and I wasn't really watching when he won his championships in Edmonton, but then he comes to the Rangers. I'm like, wow, now we can, hopefully he can win one, and that's exactly what LeBron is going to do. He's going to come to the
Yeah, I
Knicks.
don't know if that's going to happen, but
Well, anyway, we'll take one of the fan mail questions. Paul from Trenton wrote in: can the Cavs beat the Sixers with the way they're playing? You just talked about the negatives going on. What do you think as far as can the Cavs beat the Sixers? Since the Sixers are
yeah, I think they
kinda
could beat
hot
the
right
Sixers.
now.
I mean, this is one thing. Like I was mentioning earlier. Speaking with Eric, it's different matchups for different teams, and I did agree with Eric that I thought Indiana would be the toughest matchup for the Cavs. With Philly, it's all contingent on those guys, on Covington, Bellinelli, and JJ Redick, what they can do, because we know Joel Embiid is going to get his numbers. I mean, we saw what Ben Simmons did the last time Cleveland played Philly, so we know he's going to get his numbers. But those other guys around them, I think that they can be shut down, or at least cut those numbers in half. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you're not getting that 17 a game from Redick or Covington, those great shooting nights from Bellinelli. So I do think that the Cavs can beat Philadelphia, but it's going to be a tough matchup. It's not going to be they just walk in there and cakewalk it. It's going to be they're going to go at it.
Yeah, I think the series is different. I think the reason the Pacers presented so much trouble and still continue to present so much trouble for the Cavs is that they have a lot of length on the perimeter. And when they get you on those mismatches like yesterday, Sabonis was killing them in the paint early in the game.
Yes.
Thaddeus Young kills them. Like, those guys give them a lot of problems because there's so much length. So you can't just switch off. LeBron has to play his true position and guard up against Lance and Thaddeus Young. Against the Sixers, it won't be the same problem. The Sixers play more of a traditional style where it's a traditional small shooting guard and small forward. So you could let LeBron play on Ben Simmons and try to take him away. I would still probably take the Sixers because I don't think there's anybody on the Cavs team that can stop Joel Embiid.
No,
there's nobody on their team, and I can see Embiid every night going for 26 and 12 easy. And if he's going for 26 and 12, it's going to open up the opportunities for the three-point shooting. It'll open up some other things for them. But I think the Pacers were just a very bad matchup for the Cavs all the way around.
Yeah.
So your pick is the Sixers over the Cavs?
I would still take the Sixers in a very close series just because I don't see anybody who can stop Embiid on their team.
So do you think that the Sixers go to the finals?
Well, if they beat the Cavs, that would put them in the finals. Then yeah, if you.
I thought this was, wasn't that
that would be the second round. That would be the second round. So.
Are they playing? I'm sorry. Are they playing in the second round? Or are they playing in the?
No, it would be the second round. The Sixers already moved on. Toronto. Well,
no, they.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize. No.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. So.
It would be. Yeah. It would be the final.
It would be. It would be. Yeah. No. Actually, no. That's incorrect. No, we're wrong. Boston has the number 2 seed.
Toronto.
So Cavs, yes, correct. You're right. Cavs would be playing if they would meet the Sixers. It would be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So
at that point,
we said that a few weeks ago. Too,
yeah.
Before the playoffs started, but yeah.
So
that's right.
that would be technically So at that point, if they do meet, I would take the Sixers.
And they had the easier schedule. I said the Sixers, because they won't have to play the Cavs until the Eastern Conference.
Let's break this down to simple math.
I don't know if Boston is going to be a cakewalk either.
We ain't got listen. We're gonna break this down to the simplest form possible. All right. Meek Mill was in the stands the other night, and we saw what the Meek influence did for the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Meek home now, so Philly going to the finals. That's simple as that. End the show. We don't even need to talk about this no more.
The last time
Sixers going to the finals because Meek was there, and that's it.
The last time Meek was in a battle with somebody, he lost back to back.
I mean, that's a matter of opinion.
He has to be in jail for us.
That's a matter of opinion.
Exactly, and now he's home, so that means the Sixers is gonna go home.
So now it's even more motivation.
No, that means they're going back.
It's even more. I said the other night. I tweeted the other night. I'm like, oh, Meek gonna be at the game. The series is over. You got no chance.
Give him that series. I mean, that series was already over. Anyway.
Meek is gonna sit courtside at every game moving forward.
Whether Meek was there against that last game against Miami or not, Miami was going home.
Listen, that was once we knew Meek was gonna be in the building, that was it. That was like, just don't watch the game. It's over. Meek is in the building. It's a wrap. And it might be the year for Philly.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but all right. Well, first of all, I don't think that Philly can beat a healthy Golden State. Nor do I think they can beat Houston.
They could beat Houston. Houston to me is very shaky, and Houston has won this series against Minnesota because Thibodeau is a overrated coach. All Minnesota does is play iso ball. Well, that's all they do. They sit out there.
Wiggins has not actually lived up to any kind of potential.
Doesn't even matter. You sitting out there with four guards. You got P.J. Tucker guarding Karl Anthony Towns. Why isn't Towns going for 35 a night?
Well, you
putting guards on him.
He was thinking up the joint though.
That's Thibodeau running iso ball. You playing Derrick Rose 30 minutes a night. Everybody know Derrick Rose is washed up. Everybody know that.
We did say Derrick Rose.
He been washed up.
Shout out to Dino Money when myself and the staff.
Baker Mayfield went first.
Went on there.
Baker Mayfield.
Wow, that's crazy.
I try to tell you.
You know what? I'm happy.
I try to tell y'all.
Even though I did want to see him go to the Jets, but I'm happy.
I would have loved for him to go to the Jets.
Yeah,
he would have came to New York, boy.
Exactly. It would have been crazy in New York.
Now this way it gets tricky though, because as you guys at home are watching, you see, Sam Darnold is very high on the Giants board.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they have him rated above Barkley.
Crazy that they took Baker number 1.
I think he's the guy. I've said it for a while.
I'm happy.
I love Baker Mayfield. This kid is the truth. This guy has been a walk-on at 2 different colleges and won the job.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He is super competitive.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. That's the guy. That's the guy I wanted to see him come to New York. I thought that would have been crazy having him here, but I'm happy for him that he went to number 1 in the draft.
He's gonna do well there. He's going to do well.
And the Browns still have the number 4 pick, and they picked up some really good pieces in the offseason. The Browns might be a little something to reckon with. They're not going to do nothing too crazy just yet because they're still a very young team.
Yeah.
But they keep building like this. In 3 years, they're going to be a team to reckon with, especially if Baker Mayfield pans out and he plays to where a lot of people feel like he can play. I think that the Browns are going to be in good shape moving forward. I got to see who they pick up with the number 4 pick. I don't know. They were talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick to help out that defense.
Minkah, Bradley Chubb will be there at number 4. which could be interesting because obviously they got Myles Garrett from last year, so if they get somebody on the other end.
Yeah, it could be kind of crazy as well. So I mean, listen, man, the Browns, they trying to make a little turnaround.
Yeah,
right
this
now,
is when the draft starts though. Right now with the Giants pick.
Oh yeah, because that's going to determine.
Yeah,
the
that's
next,
going to trickle down
5-6
effect.
picks. Actually,
Absolutely,
next 10 picks probably, depending on who the Giants take. Because the Giants take Saquon Barkley, which I hope they do.
They should. They should take him.
It's going to, that's going to change things for several teams moving down the line.
Yeah,
because that's going to free up a couple of quarterbacks.
And like you mentioned, it's almost to the point where the Giants have to take Barkley because if they take a quarterback, Jets are definitely taking a quarterback at number 3. That means the Browns will be able to get Barkley at 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To go with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Giants, don't play yourselves. Do not play yourselves. Y'all get Saquon Barkley. Let's get this thing done. Let's get him signed, sealed, delivered, have him come. We need him over at MetLife Stadium. Like, not playing. He's from here. Let's bring that kid home and let him have a great career playing for the Giants. All right?
That man is Barkley? Is it Barkley?
And you got your Penn State colors on too right now too. That's Yankees and Penn State. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I think that might have to be the pick. Let's go, man. Cliff, keep us posted as soon as they call him up onto the board, man. That's it. But yeah, back Miami's done. A couple other teams is are done right now as well. Except Minnesota, they're out of there.
Done.
Get them guys out. Boston, man, those guys are playing
man.
some really good basketball, yo. Then Marcus Smart, he just came back. Like they have been playing some really good basketball. To not have either one of their stars, you don't have Kyrie, you don't have Gordon Hayward, and it's still they manhandled Milwaukee the first 2 games. The other 2 games were pretty close. They came back this game, got the W. I don't even know if I could say this game is going 7. I think this one may be over in 6 with the way Brad Stevens got those guys playing.
Yeah, he's got them playing phenomenal, and he's just such a great coach, man. He keeps finding new ways to get the most out of that team. He's out there relying on Jaylen Brown, who's a second-year player, Jason Tatum, who's a first-year player, Rozier is a third-year player.
Shout out to Al Horford.
Horford is out there.
Usually he's the one that's injured.
Even though he
missing the bulk of the season.
I know it's kind of dated to say he got put on a poster. He got put on a screensaver, whatever you want to call it. He got banged on.
When you win, it's okay. That's still not okay.
Yeah, of course.
But as long as you win, you can kind of make up for a lot of that stuff.
Statman last week, Statman and I agreed. We were not even secretly rooting for. We were kind of going for Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And Carmelo Anthony, you washed up, Melo.
Yo.
You super hold on. The Giant pick is in. The Giant pick is in.
It's going down. Come on. Let's get it. Saquon Barkley. Come on. Yes!
There you go. That's the right pick.
Let's go. Oh, man. Okay.
That's the right pick.
All right. Now we good. Now we in good shape.
I'm clapping like I'm there. So.
Listen, we there with you. Because I put the call in. I told him, don't mess this up. You draft Saquon Barkley, and there it is right there.
Yeah, he's from the Bronx.
Exactly.
Yo, shout out to Iran Barkley. That's his uncle.
Exactly.
Iran is a good friend of the show as well.
That's a fact, man. Oh, I'm so happy they made the smart pick.
There you go. Look, they put it up there, the second line up there in his bio.
Yep. That's it right there. Saquon Barkley, boy.
That's the right pick.
Yes, sir. Put that jersey. I might have to get a Saquon Barkley jersey for next season, man. I might have to put that one in the archives, man. My man, that's what I'm talking about, boy. Yeah, man. We out here looking real good right now, boy. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you.
Hold on. Our views just shot up. Cliff the views just shot up crazy. What up, Ladybug?
Hi, what's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Fresh off Ballin' for Peace?
Yes.
Fresh
It was a good event.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy right now. Thank you, Giants, for making the right choice and picking up Saquon Barkley. That just made my day right there.
Regain faith. So we good.
That's a good look for the Giants. Now, if they can get a couple of offensive linemen in the second round, oh man, that is so beautiful.
They made some moves during free agency and stuff, so they got some linemen out there, some defensive players. So
that's a fact.
You guys, as Giants fans, would you take Dez Bryant on a 1-year deal?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, why not?
No debating. Especially, I mean, now that Brandon Marshall, we talked about it last week, and now that he's good, I wouldn't mind.
He's definitely an upgrade from Brandon Marshall. I mean,
It's a lot
based
younger.
on how Marshall played last year,
he just
seems
can't run
like
the
he's
routes.
on his
But
way out.
I think, for a 1 year deal to play with the Giants, I mean, there's not going to be that much pressure on him because all the pressure is going to be on Odell Beckham Jr. and
Especially
then
with all the off-field nonsense.
exactly Evan Ingram, who played great his rookie season at that tight end
Carried
position.
the team to all their losses, but
He carried you to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
He kept the games interesting at least. He showed that he does have that talent to be that that tight end option for Eli. So
And
could be pretty dangerous this year.
And like you said, he can't catch out of the backfield, which is you need that in this NFL. This is not the Jim Brown days where you just running the football. This is 2018, so you have to be able to catch and run the football.
Mm-hmm.
He does both of those things very well, and he's quick. He can get down the field on you, and he'll pop a couple of cats along the way too.
Yeah.
Don't get in that boy's way. You see, he got the little, the little pit bull up top.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because with the new head coach with Pat Shermer, he's very innovative on offense.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that last year with the things he was doing with the Vikings. So now you put the weapons that they have in place. If fully healthy, it's a scary team.
And he has better weapons than he had in Minnesota.
Oh, absolutely.
And we saw what they did with those guys.
He turned Case Keenum into a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yes.
He turned Adam Thielen into a Pro Bowl wide receiver.
I've never even heard of him before.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Stephon Diggs, who was good coming out of the University of Maryland, he was an elite receiver.
great.
How are you going to make that happen?
We got to say
Sticking to the little things. What got me here, and that's being in love with football and being passionate about the game and working my butt off and pushing myself every single day. I'm just truly excited to be honored to be part of the New York Giants. When I got to visit their program, I fell in love. You walk in, you see the Super Bowls right away, and you see that team's about winning, and hopefully I can go up there and help as quick as possible.
You didn't get to Dallas until late last night because this is only the second great thing to happen to you this week. Show everybody you're still wearing the hospital band from the birth of your daughter. How do you process all of this?
Yeah, it's truly amazing. I was telling people it's like it's from a movie or a book.
Man, you gotta love that, man.
It was so cute.
Listen, he just had a baby, and now he gets.
And now you solidified the check. Like, come on.
Hey, that's
Secure
what it's
the bag.
all about, man.
Secure
That
the
is
bag.
what it's
That
all
is
about.
an amazing college, savings, all that.
And his check gonna be nice as a second overall draft pick. So
Of course.
he's gonna
So,
have a nice little check.
Congratulations to the
on
family.
both of those great honors. his dreams are just beginning right now. He's gonna have some fun in these next couple of years, man. Congrats on that beautiful baby.
Yes.
Future Giants fan in the making right there. She gonna be real proud as soon as you start running them touchdowns in.
So aside from the baby, what other what else is going on the rumor mill, Ladybug?
Well, you guys were talking about Meek Mills. Yes, I have to repeat it. He is home. He is released from prison.
Meek home.
And and
I'm happy for this.
no, I just feel like, if you really did go through the backstory, not even following him as an artist and, what he does and all that popular things, like if you really seen what he was going through legally throughout his life. And he had, he admitted he made mistakes as, a young teenager and things like that. Some he didn't care about, whatever. And, he says that it just really haunted him to this day, and it really made it harder. So with that being said, I'm just happy he's home. And if you didn't see all the snaps and all the Instagram and all the videos, he did not go home. Shout outs to Kevin Hart. He is like the biggest, smallest friend, I guess, celebrity friend you could ever have. But he has such a big heart because he literally, they said that, he had him straight from the penitentiary, got him on a chopper, straight to the arena. Then they had the barber book. They had
And he flew with
everything.
the owners of the 76ers.
The owner of the Sixers, yeah. Owner of the Sixers.
You gotta love that.
So it
Owner
was
of the
just,
Sixers,
and you could just see that's that Philadelphia love that brotherly love that they really talk about. So, and then he also, he rang the opening bell. He had his son there. It was really a wholesome thing to see. Because usually, you know, they talk about people coming home and they want to, you know, pop bottles and go to the club and spend all this money. He was just like, listen,
Well, I
my
don't
son
think
is
he
there.
could be popping
Well,
bottles.
no,
right now.
I'm being dramatic, as in, you know, you
I hope
see
he's not doing that.
you see the dramatics when somebody comes home. But, you know, to see him with his son and they're all courtside having a really good time, it was really, really great to see. So please congratulate that man. He really did work hard.
Here we go. The Jets got their quarterback.
Both New York teams did very well for themselves
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
Running back, quarterback.
That's crazy. I'm surprised Josh Rosen.
Sam Darnold.
No,
who's going
Sam
West
Darnold.
Coast,
Yeah,
East Coast.
Sam Darnold was
Sam
rated
Darnold.
higher than Rosen and Allen.
Yeah.
And if you're the Jets, that's the right move. And now the question becomes, what do the Browns do here? Because they already got their quarterback.
Second-year
They go Minska Fitzpatrick. They got to do it.
Fitzpatrick, or maybe you
It's-
trade down. There's going to be a team that's going to be desperate for
You
that
know what?
pick.
Yeah, they may trade down because there's probably another team that wants a quarterback that may want to trade up
Yeah.
now. That Josh Rosen is still on.
Rosen and Allen are there.
Yeah.
If you're Denver, Denver is at 5. Denver's probably definitely taking a quarterback now.
Yeah.
So
So
if
they
you're a
may
team,
trade up.
yeah, if you're a team that's desperate,
That
you
one
probably
spot.
want to get up there and make sure you get it. Because Broncos are probably taking a quarterback. Colts will not take a quarterback at 6.
Not with,
so Colts are going to take the
Andrew
best
Luck,
available.
Well, he should be coming back this season.
He'll be back. He'll be back, man.
I know you. You know. I know you.
I got the
really-
word already. He's gonna be back. I got the word.
Hey,
Is he
he
gonna-
sounded strong. He's gonna be
Yeah.
nice.
Is he going to be healthy? Or is he going to make
He's
it
gonna
through
be
the
healthy.
season?
He's gonna be. As you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I just came from the draft war room. I was right over at the draft. I was talking to execs. I was getting all the inside scoop. Andrew Luck's gonna be back. He'll be
got
ready
the
to go.
big face on. That's-
Listen,
I just, I kept it light today. I do what I could do when I could do it.
Hey, listen, man. I ain't mad at you, man. I'm not mad at all. Oh man.
I know y'all excited though, man.
I'm
get Saquon.
I'm ecstatic right now, man.
That man's trying to contain
Yo,
his excitement.
he
here.
Yeah, like
Trip
That
did
man
not
is like-
stop cheesing since we seen it.
Because you know what? I mean, the Giants actually have made like really good draft picks, like on the defensive end. I mean, JPP was a really good pick. Landon Collins, a really good pick. So they've made some decent picks. Of course, Odell Beckham Jr. But I mean, this kid Saquon Barkley is different. Those guys were talked about coming out, and I know Landon Collins because he came from Alabama and Nick Saban, so I knew he was going to be good. But they weren't talked about like Saquon Barkley is talked about as far as being that guy that's going to really change the face of a franchise. So I'm really excited about this pick, and I hope he comes in and does well. And I just plays ball for the Giants. I tell you, I'm going to have to get that jersey, man, for the start of the season.
I don't blame you, man.
I'm
Cliff,
gonna
keep
get
us
right.
posted. Let us know what the Browns do at number 4 too, man.
If they trade that pick, let us
Yeah,
know.
I'm interested to see how this plays out with the next 2 picks, because I know there are a lot of teams that are desperate for a quarterback.
Yes,
And there's
that
2
is correct.
pretty good ones still left on the board. And let's not forget Lamar Jackson is still on the board too. Yeah,
he's probably gonna go a little later. I hope he. I wouldn't mind seeing him get drafted by the Patriots
that was the team I was going to mention.
because I think it would actually work out in his favor to sit back and watch Tom Brady for these next 2, maybe 3 years. I think that will actually be the best thing for him. Because you get to study from the greatest quarterback of all time, greatest player of all time in the NFL, probably. You get a great coach and a great system. So to be able to sit back under that tutelage and just watch, and nobody's gonna be expecting him to jump in and take over for Brady. So there's no pressure whatsoever. He can actually just sit back, study the game, and when Brady steps away, he can take in and run with it.
I think New England would be great for him. I think New Orleans would be great for him too.
Yeah, well, because that's another
I think, situation of a great quarterback that he gets to sit
study
behind
under,
for a year
yeah.
or two. Great offensive mind in Sean Payton. Chargers could be interesting too because Phillip Rivers. Anywhere that has a older quarterback where at least he can sit for 1 year and learn the system.
Yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson is going to be great in the NFL. I think it's just going to really be a matter of whatever head coach gets him,
Yes.
being patient and developing the system around him.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of guys who go places and then the coach is impatient and doesn't take the time to develop that player.
And that's why
Lamar Jackson has all the tools.
Yeah, that's why I want him to get drafted by a team who does have a quarterback in place that's not going to be moved
Correct.
right now, so he
Yep.
can sit back and watch. You get your reps in practice, preseason, whatever, but then you get to just watch the game as it unfolds, and I think that for him would be a blessing for his career. I think he'll be better for it, as opposed to him just being in a situation where he gets drafted, thrown into a situation with a bad team where he's gonna have trouble because they don't have anything to work with, and he has all the pressure in the world, and then the people will start calling for him to get benched and all of that. So we gotta, we'll wait and see. But I do hope he goes to the Patriots and he'll be good going to New England.
How's it looking on that pick, Cliff? They still haven't selected yet?
All right, well, can we talk about a little bit of boxing? Because
that was another thing on the rumor mill. Because,
break it down.
I'm a little, I go on the Real Fan Talk page. I tell people follow on Instagram, Real Fan Talk. And they did see that clip that was posted up between Anthony Joshua and our friend Deontay Wilder. And they was like, Ladybug, what is that? What's going on? Do we need to get passports? Do we need to do this now? And I said, hey, if this happens, and I'm speaking this here live on air to everybody. If this fight happens in London, I am getting my passport, and my first stamp is going to be in London because I want to see this. Like, I am so eager to see what is going on that if Deontay Wilder goes to London and does this fight, I am going. And that's going to be my first stamp on my passport book. So, y'all heard it here first. That's what I want to do.
I mean, listen, Ladybug, in order for you to actually see this fight,
I'm doing this. It's
just,
all right.
No. What I'm saying
me,
is,
whatever we gonna do,
you're gonna have to get your passport because there's no way in hell that Anthony Joshua is gonna come to the United States to fight my man Deontay Wilder. So if you want to see this, it is a shame.
I would do it. If you want
to see this fight,
that is my incentive on the passport in 2018.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get that passport, fly to the UK. Because he's not coming here to see. I don't think he can beat Deontay Wilder no matter where they fight, but he's not gonna come to America and fight that man.
Okay.
And before I would, I didn't want to say he was scared before, but now I'm just gonna flat out say I think he's scared. He's scared to come over here and fight Deontay Wilder. And the reason why I say he's scared because, they made a slap in the face, disrespectful offer to Deontay Wilder for that fight. How dare you tell Deontay Wilder, we'll give you $12.5 million flat rate? Are you crazy for a fight that's probably worth at least $100 million easy? You're gonna tell that man who has the WBC belt, who has the belt that Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, that belt? You gonna tell that man? No, knock it off. So now I'm just gonna say it. I think he's scared. I don't think he don't want to see Deontay Wilder.
Here we go.
Denzel Ward.
It's a good pick for the Browns. The cornerback from Ohio State. It's a good pick. Which now means, as a Colts fan, I'm really excited. Because now that means either Minka or Bradley Chubb is going to be there for us. And Bradley Chubb was a guy that we were already targeting at number 3 anyway. So if we were able to trade back, get those additional picks from the Jets, and still get Bradley Chubb, I'm good. If we get Minka, I'm really excited. Because we got Malik Hooker last year from Ohio State. So if we can get Minka, great. If we can get Bradley Chubb, even better, man.
I love this magic trick right here.
First of all, Cliff.
Shout out to the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl champs.
I don't appreciate how you
Shout out to our technical director, Cliff. That's who you hear ever so often, the Eagles. Yes.
Ladybugs, could you switch?
We don't pick till last, so we won't be able to see.
Well, no, don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about that pick. You come up here to start trouble with me, Cliff. No, you came up here wearing that shirt. You know what you was doing when you came up here like that, Cliff.
It looked new too. It looked new. It looked the Super Bowl edition too.
It does.
Cliff went to Philly to get it.
He wanted to kill my Bobby.
Ask free meat on the back.
Then why would you come sit by me with that shirt on?
Best player in the
Why would you come sit next to me with that shirt on?
Draft day. I got to support.
I don't need you to support your team right next to me with that shirt on. You ain't got a T-shirt or something you can wear?
Nah, actually I don't.
Put one of them jerseys on, baby.
I'm good.
Yeah, you like the Yankees, man? Let's put the Yankee jersey on or something, man. Don't come up here with the negative.
He is all uncomfortable. Do you see him now? He is
We want him to be uncomfortable.
He is squirming in the chair
now because he's like, the Super Bowl champions in the building.
At least do that to switch screen and break it up so it don't look like he's sitting next to me with that blasphemy on. Come on, man. This is
You got him
this is some
squirming.
Y'all want to
real
act
shit.
like y'all sitting next to each other.
I don't want to act like I don't want people to see this at home and get the wrong idea. And think I'm supporting this. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the people at home to
Mark,
see
I'm gonna hold
this.
it down for you. I know you're a big Giants fan, but the Eagles are in the building.
Hey, Mark, you should be ashamed of yourself for letting him come out here. with this
Nah,
on.
let's say, hold on. We got Cliff here. Then we got to
See,
ask him,
now we
right?
got
Now,
to.
Cliff, right? What? Obviously, we know you guys pick last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are we supposed to trade out and pick in the second round?
Possibly. You know.
yeah.
What do you think about the off-season moves that the Eagles have done so
I
far?
love him. I love him.
You got
Michael
some-
Bennett.
Yeah.
We got Jay Ajayi coming back. We're real high on Corey Clement. Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
One of my fantasy sleepers, like for the longest time. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I think we could pick up one more piece on offense. Just me as a fan, but I think we're good. We're good. We're gonna repeat again.
You know what though,
We're
Cliff?
not worried about it.
He had to make sure he said that on the couch.
Me and
though. He
Eric
had
had
to
a
make sure.
conversation. Was it a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
About the video that me and him.
Yeah, we got to throw that up. I actually,
Yeah.
the night that the season started, Cliff and I were talking back in production, and I put him on the camera. I was like, "Yo, what do you think of the Eagles season this year?" And mark my word, he was like, "I think we're gonna have a pretty good year." Just like
Real
that. And
humble type.
Yeah,
too.
real humble.
Still humble. Still
Real
humble.
humble. So I think about a
But
really
real
good year. I'm
humble
like, "Yo,
type.
that's what's up." And then I stumbled across the video, and I'm like, "Yo, look at the irony in this. Like,
Yeah.
season that just started."
And
That's
then
a loyal fan right here. This is a
and Mark and
loyal
Trip, all they did was talk
loyalty.
about how good the Giants offense is going to be and how
The
we're
Giants,
contenders.
it would have been good if everybody didn't get hurt.
And all of a sudden, week 1, we didn't talk about him. All right, cool. Week 2, we ain't talking about him. All right, cool. Week 3, we hit that 61-yard field goal. We ain't talking about him. Cool. Week 6,
I
they were
remember
like
that
0-6. And I was like, nah, we can't do it no more. We got to talk about it. Because people were asking me, why they don't talk about the Giants no more? And I'm like, listen, I'm going to ask
First of
them.
all,
And then, you know,
all right, Cliff, I need you all your negative energy right
it's not
now.
being negative, though.
It's negative energy you bring into the set
You
right
still
now,
haven't
though.
even
That's
congratulated me about winning the Super
I
Bowl.
did.
man.
Why?
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say.
I tell you what. I tell you what.
Can you
Right
say
now, right now, Cliff. This is what I'm gonna say to you.
Okay.
All right, in regards to your
Look at that
team
camera right there.
winning the Super Bowl.
I want to put this on my phone.
And
Okay.
Ladybug, can you put this on the ground for
I
us?
got
Oh, okay, I will.
Get the lives ready.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Make it sincere.
And once on
Hold on, wait,
Sincere.
hold on,
and I'm
hold
gonna
on,
say
hold
this
on,
as
hold on.
sincere as I possibly can. Which camera y'all want me to look
I
at?
want you to look in your regular camera.
Okay,
That
Mark,
camera,
Mark,
Mark.
I'm on your camera over here, Mark. Give me on your camera, Mark. Give me a good shot now.
Look.
Go
You
ahead,
know, for
Anthony.
everybody that's gonna be in my DMs later, you know, give me a nice shot. All right, and basically, what I'm gonna say is this, Cliff. I would like to say congratulations to every player on the Philadelphia Eagles that decided to protest and will not be going to the White House. Thank you. All right.
You see, do you
Good,
see
that's
this?
I gave y'all your props.
Hit it with the politician answer right there.
politician
He spun that. He
answer.
spun that right there.
Don't mean
I
nothing.
gave
I
y'all
just
drag that
congratulated
out,
y'all.
guys.
To every player that said they are not going to the White House to see 45, I
That's pretty
congratulate
much
y'all.
everybody.
Good.
And why were they invited there?
Huh?
And why were they
Well, I don't know if
invited
did they get the invite?
No, I don't think. But it's, no, you naturally get the invite.
No, no,
it's
but
just-
remember,
After they won the Super
when the
Bowl, that
whole
was
thing
the
happened with
answer.
Steph, they hadn't gotten the official invite yet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
no
like
such
tradition.
thing.
You know,
But-
you win a championship.
yeah, but I mean, yeah,
Trump be trying to make stuff up.
He said there's
so
no
you didn't get the
such
official
thing.
invite. Every team gets an invite.
It was just
Yeah.
funny. He was just like, "You're not invited," and
Yeah.
then Steph was like, "We're not going."
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to go anyway
So
to,
childish, but
to
That was like, we
That's
good.
it.
We already been there. We straight.
Exactly.
So congratulations to all the players that stood up and said they weren't going. Somebody who was actually off my list now, who I will not support at all. Again, Kanye, he's done.
Oh yeah.
He's out of here.
Wow.
He's a clown, and I cannot support
He broke my heart.
his coonery and
Exactly.
buffoonery.
Broke my heart.
I will not support that at all.
I am
Not that I
very
was buying Yeezys
disappointed.
before this, but I will not be buying Yeezys after this. I will
even
not
thought
be
about
buying
buying
another
Yeezys.
Kanye West CD, or I don't even think I'm gonna buy anything that Kanye produced.
Oh, the Broncos pick is in.
So
Bell's continued support
Let's see what the
of
Broncos
St. Jude
gonna do.
Children's Research Hospital helps ensure that all kids have a chance to play 60. This year, the NFL,
Should they take a quarterback?
NFL Network, and Rich Eisen
like
helped
70%.
raise $180,000
Should they take a quarterback
so
here?
that no family ever receives a bill from St. Jude. With me tonight to announce Denver's pick is Austin, who is a St. Jude patient. Austin is 17 and an aspiring broadcaster from New Mexico and a big Broncos fan. Austin has benefited from the care teams at St. Jude and is an inspiration to all of us. Okay, Austin, let's show them how it's done.
With the 5th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bradley Chubb, defensive end, NC State.
Wow.
Von Miller and Bradley Chubb.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a very good pick.
I did not see that one coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not see that pick coming, but that's a big pickup for them.
Man, I was hoping
pick up for that defense.
But you still got Minka. He's still.
I think we're gonna trade out now.
You don't think they'll take Fitzpatrick?
I think we will if we're not blown away with an offer, but I think the Colts will trade out. You got to figure it's 2 quarterbacks left now at number 6. Buffalo wants to get up there, and Buffalo has 2 first-round picks that they can trade.
So they might. Yeah,
Arizona wants a quarterback, and they're close enough because they're at the 13th pick, so they can give up their first along with some other picks.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the Colts will trade out of it. Bradley Chubb was like our number 1 guy. We need a pass rusher, and we could probably get a pass rusher later in the draft.
I'm surprised they went with Chubb right there. What?
Yes,
that's a big
and
pickup.
Chubb has been compared to Von Miller.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you put them 2 guys coming off the end.
It's gonna be very, very interesting. I want to see how this thing plays out.
Okay.
But they still need a quarterback now. They need somebody got to throw the football. So maybe
Case
in the later
Keenum is
rounds,
holding it down for now.
Well, yeah, I guess they still did. Yeah, they did pick up Case Keenum. So maybe that's why they didn't pick up a quarterback and wanted to help to get the defense back to what they were 2 years ago.
They got rid of C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, they ain't got no running game.
Well, the running backs, I'm sure they'll get later. So I'll probably get a running back in maybe the 3rd round or something like that.
I think they probably were looking at Denzel Ward if he would have still been there because remember they let Talib go.
Yeah, Talib go.
So they would have been looking to fill that. So since Ward was gone, they probably figured next
got
best
tired of
option.
fighting with Crabtree and it was like we ain't
I mean, Talib the only dude I know running around snatching chains on the field. Talib, you making millions of dollars. Talib. What you doing snatching chains?
Nah, he just trying to prove a point. He tried to punk him on the field.
Nah, I think he just really enjoys snatching. Like some people just like.
He likes that. He adrenaline rush.
When you see rich people that steal, it's like that. But they just need to rush.
Yeah.
Doing it like, why are you stealing?
No rider type.
Yeah, with no rider.
You know what I'm saying? He just you rich, B. You don't need that chain. You don't need that chain.
Yeah. Why you wearing a chain on the field anyway?
Huh?
Why you wearing a chain on the field anyway?
Well, it was a cross though, so
the cross.
I can But either way, it got taken.
Yeah.
I would have really liked this if Talib would have been there. I would have really loved to see that first game against the Raiders. Because Crabtree, as a man, you have to wear your chain again.
Yeah.
Yes.
He done snatched it off you twice.
Yeah.
You cannot come on the field the 3rd time and like, nah, I ain't gonna wear it this time.
He gonna inspect it and like tuck it like extra deep in his.
He did it last time.
He did. Talib went in the jerk, like Talib went in the
right. He did.
Ripped it off, like, and that's when the whole scuffle, broke.
He just deboed
with
him.
the debo.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's all you got. What you got on?
Yeah, I'm not listening. It happens, man.
I think he had his kid's picture on the chain and all that, just snatching it, man. Talib, you disrespectful.
That is very disrespectful.
He just snatched it.
It was somewhere on the field.
I don't think he did get it back.
Groundskeeper got it.
Yeah, well, somebody got it. It's probably gonna go up on eBay when they retire.
Oh my god!
If you Crabtree, you can't even talk tough in the locker room.
Yeah,
like
until you
confront Talib, you ain't got nothing to say.
He can't do no hazing to no rookies. Because that rookie's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna Talib on you.
What? Yeah. Don't make me snatch your chain next, bro. Shoot. But man, he gotta get his act together, man. But great pickup by the Broncos. I mean, the draft is looking good. Actually, you know what? I think everybody so far, all the teams made great picks so far. There's a few top picks left that I want to see where they go. But I know you waiting on the Colts. I want to see what the Ravens get. I really want the Ravens to pick up Calvin Ridley out of Alabama.
It'd be nice for them.
Get that.
Really would be good for them.
We need that. Them Alabama wide receivers, they come and play ball. The running backs don't do nothing. But the wide receivers, they come in and ball out.
Good running back from Alabama.
Ingram. And
it took him a couple years to
really.
He didn't come on the scene right.
He came out with Richardson.
But
Richardson was a couple.
Kenyon Drake, he didn't really do too much.
In the 2018 NFL Draft,
you go, Eric. See what you got.
I'll take Minka.
Select Quentin Nelson.
Oh, the O-lineman. Yeah, Notre Dame.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
We need help on the O-line. That's a very solid pick for us.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy
gotta protect Andrew Luck.
Nah, I like him. He's nasty.
Yeah, we about to say to the Giants. Okay, I can mess with him.
Show his tape. You know I like him.
Youngest of 39. They get busy in his family.
He only has 39 cousins.
He's a big.
He only has 39. Imagine all them family tickets you gotta get.
Nah, but you know what that's good? That means he battle tested. You know how many times you had to fight your cousins at holidays? He battle tested.
Plus, he gonna be in Indianapolis.
Six
His
five,
cousins ain't coming.
solid.
He's I love his film. You'll see right. He a nasty dude. He big nasty dude.
Solid.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You got your offensive lineman.
We got
somebody that
protection for Luck.
protect Andrew Luck. I mean, listen. I know you're happy with that. I know
happy.
You wanted Chubb, but you know they got some help on the offensive line, so that's a good look.
And we got 3 picks in the early part of the second round, so
Yeah,
we'll fill out a lot of the other areas as well.
Exactly.
I like what we did there, and like you said, so far the first 6 picks have made sense for every team. There hasn't been that one team that's reached on a guy that shouldn't be in the top 5.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But any minute now, one of these GMs will screw
somebody's
up.
gonna drop the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody, it's been too good right now. So everything is too good.
Somebody will fall asleep
Somebody
at the
has
wheel.
to drop the ball soon. I'm glad it wasn't the Giants or the Jets. You know, even though I'm not a Jets fan, I'm glad that the Jets made a good pick. This
Got
year.
their quarterback.
Yeah, so I'm happy for them because that quarterback position. I mean,
they still got to fill up a bunch of holes in their team.
Yeah, but they haven't had a good quarterback.
Mark
Maybe
Sanchez.
Don't disrespect. Because Mark Sanchez
Vinny
was not a good.
Testaverde.
You might have to go
Jack
back.
Pennington.
I was thinking Joe Namath, but okay.
Go way back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Since they've had a quarterback of this caliber, or
a young quarterback. They have had a young quarterback.
Yeah, Pennington was decent at best.
Pennington was
he
good.
never had an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
I mean, but
honestly, I like Vinny
Randy-
Testaverde with the Jets better than I did.
Yeah, but Pennington came out of college. I mean, he played with Randy Moss at college.
Right.
Like the numbers were kind of
So he had to
inflated.
throw the ball.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like-
Randy Moss was a Heisman,
and
candidate. Yeah,
he was coming down with any and everything.
Oh, yeah,
so
just-
it didn't matter that you
just
didn't have
put it
an
in
arm.
the area, like,
Exactly,
I'll get
He's
it.
coming down with it. It's crazy. So it's definitely but that's
New York
that's
football
what
is
happens.
back. Okay.
Let's not fast
I'll let-
forward. I mean,
Right. Season didn't start yet.
yeah. Let's.
I mean, for now, it looks.
yeah. It's
pretty good.
I don't like you. I feel like you had some sarcasm.
No, I actually didn't.
That
I was actually like praising.
sure?
You trying to be genuine? Why are you so uncomfortable?
Right.
Because look
Why
what he's
you
wearing
look-
sitting next to me.
So what?
He is so
You know- no, you
squeamish.
know how I
Y'all
feel about
never
that.
seen
Super
Trip
Bowl
Young.
one.
You know how I feel
This
about that.
squeamish in the
You know how I feel
chair.
about
Trip is
that.
uncomfortable because he knows
He like
that
this.
you
He
know how I
like
first game in early September when the banner got to go up in Philly,
Oh, I ain't
and it's gonna be on a
there.
Thursday night, so
On
we're
a
gonna be on the
Thursday night.
air.
We should all go to that game. Actually.
Why we
no,
have
they
to-
play the
I
Giants
will
Thursday
go.
night.
Oh,
Nah,
my God.
not the first game of the season.
I was
Why
about
they
to
play the
say,
Giants? I
I think
think
like
like
week
the
5 or week
second
6.
month of the season.
We should
They
do
play the
a
Giants.
live from.
We should
from-
do a
Yeah,
live.
no,
from
we're
the
not,
stadium.
we're not going to Philly for that.
It's a banner.
Yeah, that's not
he
happening.
said.
That's not happening.
No.
We gotta,
We're gonna end up having to show it. We're
We
gonna
gotta
be
show
on
it.
air.
We're
We gotta-
definitely gonna show it.
We got to show them.
Don't call out sick that day.
Oh, no, I won't be there that
definitely
day.
showing.
I won't
We're
be
showing
there.
my
I
band.
don't even know the exact date. I
Excuse
just know I
me.
won't be there.
I feel a cough coming on right now. I think I'm
Alright.
getting sick.
Oh
That's
my
some type of
gosh,
cough.
you guys.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
You know what?
Gonna be sick.
I want to get that checked out before
Yeah.
September.
No.
5 months.
I'm gonna just let it
Ain't
linger.
no cough last 5
I'm
months.
gonna just let it linger. And when the day of
That's
comes,
something
I'm
serious.
gonna drink soup and drink some tea that day. I don't think I'm gonna be here for that. But
We got the Falcons first game. That's
yeah,
a good
but
game.
really quick, because I know we running low on time. Do want to talk a little bit more balling for peace. Definitely a great event. The Stars showed up and showed out. Definitely, it was a great game. The whole team came out and represented. Real Fans, Real Talk. The dunk contest was amazing.
It was amazing. When I say amazing, like that
Yes.
dunk contest, like surpassed
Shout
any
out-
expectation I thought
Yes.
for what it was gonna be. So I was totally like excited.
Exactly. Shout out to Maxwell Pierce, who actually won the dunk contest. Dope. The kid definitely has some hops. Him and Mike Kaufman at Better Bounce,
Yes.
they made it to the final round. They were both good, and but that through the legs, dunk. Maxwell Pierce, he just kind of just took over that dunk right there with that one.
And them dudes wasn't that tall.
No.
Like, let's not get it twisted. Like,
So like, if you've seen the interview,
Yeah.
make sure you guys watch the interview. He probably is only like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
So he's under 6 feet.
yeah. I think all of them
And
was under 6 feet.
so-
aside from Kaufman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kaufman.
6'2"?
I think he's 6 or 6'1", right around there.
Yeah.
But all other dunkers were
Like
under 6 feet.
Yeah, like 5'8", 5'7".
Evan Bartlett, he was. I think he was about the same height as Leanne.
Yeah, Evan Bartlett was, yo,
That's not
dude
even a
is-
joke. He was,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
got hot.
But he
And I
got
tell you
up
one
there.
thing: if he didn't make the dunk that he was trying, but if he had made the dunk that he was trying, he would have been in the finals.
It was over.
And I don't know if Maxwell Pierce would have been there. Well,
they saw your video.
This
Stat
Real
Man.
Fans Real Talk magic show we need to make a date for this because I'm done with all the tricks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
we submitted Statman's audition tape, and
they said got lost.
For whatever reason, they kept saying there was some sort of sorcery going on in the tape.
Yes.
They wouldn't allow it. They was trying to blackball Statman from getting in the dunk contest. We saw what was happening there, Statman.
Yeah.
We saw what was happening there.
And it's all right, because next year we're gonna be bigger and better with the dunk contest.
Yes.
I already spoke to Haran. It was definitely the standout moment of Balling for Peace. Everybody was excited. Everybody was on their feet. And it was dope, man. 4 dunkers started it off. We narrowed it down to 2. But I definitely do think that Evan Bartlett, if he had made that, he went through the legs on the alley to himself and was coming through the legs. He just couldn't get it in the basket. Oh, Buffalo.
A little longer wait than Josh Allen expected. But
they took Josh Allen. All right.
Send out 1,000 emails to head coaches.
So Buffalo. Who did Buffalo move up with? Who was that 7?
Just to say, take a look at my tape. Got 2 offers. One from
Buffalo
Wyoming.
moved up, I believe,
He went
with
to every-
what, Tampa?
Was it Josh Allen somewhere?
Was that Tampa at 7?
Expected to go higher for some reason?
Yeah, he was, but when I think the Browns switching up and picking Baker Mayfield kind of changed everything on the draft board.
They're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What does Real Fans Real Talk have to say? We have to go through all the
And
archives.
this is what we've been trying to tell you people. We talk about things here on the show, and then they mysteriously happen, and we don't get the credit for them.
And you're absolutely right with that one, and it sucks. But what are you gonna do? They've been taking our swag for a long time. I remember, when we came out, we had Bobby Stone doing the theme song, and then other shows wanted to have rappers do their theme song. And I thought that was kind of corny to not pay homage to the originators. Because when that certain show first came out, they didn't have no rap intro. You know what I'm saying? Then they heard Bobby Stone kill it. It was the best intro since the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
They gotta
now
be
everybody want to get.
But gotta
rappers.
highlight Bobby Stone. There needs to be a remix of the song.
We waiting on. We work. Yo, Bobby Stone.
We about to bring it back to the 90s when every song had a remix.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no, I don't do that. No.
You just be cute in the
I
video,
know.
Ladybug. That's what we need. You
be
gotta
like,
be cute in the video.
Everybody's favorite Ladybug.
And you know what? And that's gonna be the hook. That's it.
That's it.
Real quick, final thought, Ladybug.
No, final thought, make sure you guys keep up. I'm going to keep up with this Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua fight because I will go to London. I said it here first.
All right, we're out of time, though. It was nice playing switcheroo with Cliff and getting some of the directing, and I haven't done any little directing, and I don't do it as good as he does because I'm a little rusty with that, but that was fun. Great to be back on live with the crew here on Real Fans Real Talk, and we'll see you next week, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Have a good night. RealFansRealTalk.com. Make sure you're checking it out.
Face facts, what up, what up?
RealFansRealTalk.com, where Arthur Diamonds, Trip Young, and intern Tom for the white and black fans, Asia to Manhattan. I get all my facts from my bro Mark the Stats Man. If you're not tuned in, I recommend the CAT scan. And if your brain checks out, then you deserve a backhand. Sports, gossip, all the hot topics. RealFansRealTalk.com got it. They got the hottest bloggers.
Is Jeremy Lin hurt?
Well, log onto the site and you can hear it from them first. I'm talking about the latest. I'm talking about the greatest. Go check out the archives. Even tell a neighbor. Tell them Bobby sent ya. From spring to winter, tuning in should be the only thing on your agenda. Certified cosign, you know what I'm about, son. RealFansRealTalk.com. I'm out one. Real fans, real talk. Real fans, real talk. RealFansRealTalk.com. RealFansRealTalk.com. Real fans, real talk. Real fans, real talk. RealFansRealTalk.com. RealFansRealTalk.com.